how to get success in business. So I've answered this a bunch of different ways, or this question asked in different ways. I mean, really it all begins with a sale and successful delivery on the promise made to make the sale. At the end of the day, that's really where it starts. Now, if you want the more thorough answer, you can go to bestbusinesscoach.ca. Because last year, at the time of recording this video, last year we had hired 7 different research teams to help us go through the scientific literature and look at what does science or scientific research say are the critical success factors in business. Right? How do you be successful in business? What really moves the needle? And what we found were there were 8 categories that a person, a business owner, and a team could realistically control. And that is self-efficacy, strategic planning, market intelligence, marketing strategy, sales strategy and skills, money management, business operations, and business intelligence. So I've answered these at depth. Again, if you go to bestbusinesscoach.ca, you can actually learn more about the research we did and each individual factor. But right now, I'll give you a quick summary of each. Okay, so self-efficacy is about personal effectiveness. It's not just the owner, but it's all the team members, all the staff. You know, when you show up to work and you have a list of things to do you get them done? Do you plan your time effectively? Right? Are you clear in how long it actually takes to get things done? Do you work well with others? Can you communicate effectively? Right? Can you articulate your ideas and your thoughts to others? Right? Can you be a team player? So that self-efficacy is like the effectiveness of the humans on the team. Okay? Because if people just show up and they're just drinking and hanging out and socializing all day and they're not getting any work done, then you're not going to move forward, right? Like there's just the reality of the world, right? Like if you don't walk, you don't go anywhere. So self-efficacy. Then there's strategic planning. And strategic planning is important because you might be the world's best swimmer. You might have the most fantastic triple backflip, double torque, spin, dive. But if you're jumping into a pool with no water, you're going to get hurt. So the strategic planning process is to help you make sure that what you're doing is, optimized for success based on all the conditions happening in the world, in the industry, with the competitors, right, with the politics of the world, what's happening with everything. Strategic planning. Then you have market intelligence. And market intelligence is about specific industry knowledge, other options available to consumers, technological advancements coming out, the actual pain points experienced by the market. No matter how good your product is, if your product solves today's problem, what's going to happen is they're going to have that problem solved, and then they're going to get somewhere else, and they're going to have another problem elsewhere. So market intelligence might be planning and designing your business around solving this problem here where they're not at yet, but there's a new release coming out next month, and that will fill the gap between, right? So that's market intelligence. Then you need marketing strategy because you have to have an effective way to communicate with people at scale, with communities at scale, to articulate your mission, your message, to explain the benefits of your product and service, to let people know what to do if they have interest and want to learn more. Marketing strategy. Then you need marketing strategy and sales skills. And these are one factor, but there's kind of 2 put in there, and that's partially because certain industries, certain price points, certain products and services have different types of sales processes that people go through, right? Buying a house is different than picking a chocolate bar, right? So there's got to be, what is the sales strategy to help people? Is it just a 1-day call? Is it 1 meet and greet? Is it like 5 meetings? Are you selling a committee of people and you have to have multiple lunches? What is that strategy? But then the performance of the salesperson in there, right? If the person is in the right strategy, but they have terrible sales skills, they're not going to produce. If they have good sales skills but terrible strategy, they might not get optimal results. So that's sales strategy and skills. So we had self-efficacy, strategic planning, market intelligence, marketing strategy, sales strategy and skills. The last 3 is money management, because money to a business is like gasoline to a car. The money keeps you going, keeps you driving, so you got to manage your money right. And then of course you need business operations items. This can be your hiring processes, your legal compliance. It could be your meeting rhythms, how you document things, the training programs you put in place, right? That's kind of the glue that holds everything together. And then business intelligence is the final one. And business intelligence is our understanding the feedback loops. Are customers happy with what they're buying? Are you increasing your market share or decreasing it? How is your marketing being received in the world? If you're only looking at leads and sales, those might be lagging factors. What that means is that if people love your product, if they're having a wow experience with it, they might come back and buy more and refer their friends. Those things will happen first, and then you will see the results in increased sales later. That's why it is a lagging indicator. So that's business intelligence, is having feedback loops on things that matter now and later, and so you can try to see the relationships between them and just have greater clarity on how you're doing, how your business is performing. So that's kind of the beginning. I mean, I didn't say this at the beginning of the video, but something that also really matters is how you define success. You know, maybe it's making a ton of money and disappearing, right? I don't know what that means for you. Maybe it's creating a business that outlives you and your grandchildren. That might be what you consider success. So success is something you have to determine for yourself, but then everything else I've talked about in this video should feed into helping you achieve that outcome. If you want to learn more information, you can go to bestbusinesscoach.ca.